August 2005, Hurricane Katrina. Hundreds dead and missing, thousands homeless. The enemies of attitude. Having a positive survivor's attitude in a survival situation is one thing. Keeping it is another. There's a story told of a man lost in the desert alone with no hat, no water, and a broken leg. As he crawled along, he stopped, pulled himself up on one bruised and battered elbow, and smiled at a bunch of dry grass, saying, "You know, if this keeps up, I might just get discouraged." Now, this story illustrates a survivor dealing with the two gravest enemies of attitude, the desire for comfort and a passive outlook. And here's one that is perhaps the most dangerous of all: fear leading to panic. Now, fear can be defined as a distressing emotion aroused by impending danger, evil, pain, etc., whether the threat is real or imagined. The feeling or condition of being afraid. Panic is a sudden, overwhelming fear, with or without cause, that produces hysterical or irrational behavior. In a survival situation with mass chaos all around, it's hard to control our fears. It's natural to be scared. In fact, it can be very healthy. Our natural fears can keep us safe by making us cautious. Some of the scariest people I've ever been around are those who seem to have no fear. They take risks that could lead to bad consequences. But it's not good to be timid and afraid of your own shadow either. That can have bad consequences too. Timidity can lead to the inability to act. There is a place somewhere in between timidity and fearlessness wherein most of us live. In any case, it is simply vital that you be able to control your fears in a survival scenario. How can you conquer and subdue fear? You are at this very moment doing the single most effective thing you can do to conquer fear, learning to get prepared for it. You are getting prepared by learning survival techniques and learning about the tools necessary for survival and how to use them. Learning how to put together a proper survival kit and being trained to keep it handy at all times. This will build your self-confidence like no other thing. Confidence conquers fear. Think about it. If you have the right tools, and if you know how to use them, and if you know that you can take care of yourself, what's to fear? Now add to that a positive survivor's attitude, and you're invincible. You, although you still might be scared, remember that's natural and good, will be able to immediately take positive action to deal with the crisis. You will most probably be a leader to your family and others around you. Most of them will not be prepared, being foolish virgins. And you just might save your life and theirs. Now, we've been talking up to now about temporal survival, survival in our physical world. There is another area that I feel is of real importance in developing and keeping a survivor's attitude. That is spiritual survival. I really believe that having religious faith is a great benefit to a positive attitude and the will to live. Believing that there is something better to come after this life gives rise to hope. So I encourage you to become strong in whatever faith you have chosen, or if you have not yet found a faith, to find one that you can believe in, a faith that has the power to change your life for the better. And always be prepared. If you are prepared, you shall not fear. Now don't get too cocky, because we ain't done yet. Follow